Chicago Tribune reported, Republican donor and operative from Chicago's North Shore who said he had tried to obtain Hillary Clinton's missing emails from Russian hackers killed himself in a Minnesota hotel room days after talking to the Wall Street Journal about his efforts, public records show. In a room at a Rochester hotel used almost exclusively by Mayo Clinic patients and relatives, Peter W. Smith, 81, left a carefully prepared file of documents, which includes a statement police called a suicide note in which he said he was in ill health and a life insurance policy was expiring. Days earlier, the financier from suburban Lake Forest gave an interview to the Journal about his quest, and it published stories about his efforts beginning in late June. The Journal also reported it had seen emails written by Smith showing his team considered retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, then a top advisor to Republican Donald Trump's campaign, as an ally. Flynn briefly was President Trump's national security advisor and resigned after it was determined he had failed to disclose contacts with Russia. At the time, the newspaper reported Smith's May 14 death came about 10 days after he granted the interview. Mystery shrouded how and where he had died, but the lead reporter on the stories said on a podcast he had no reason to believe the death was the result of foul play and that Smith likely had died of natural causes. However, the Chicago Tribune obtained a Minnesota state death record filed in Olmsted County that says Smith committed suicide in a hotel near the Mayo Clinic at 1:17 p.m. on Sunday, May 14. He was found with a bag over his head with a source of helium attached. A medical examiner's report gives the same account, without specifying the time, and a report from Rochester police further details his suicide. In the note recovered by police, Smith apologized to authorities and said that no foul play whatsoever was involved in his death. He wrote that he was taking his own life because of a recent bad turn in health since January 2017 and timing related to life insurance of $5 million expiring. An employee with Rochester Cremation Services, the funeral home that responded to the hotel, said he helped remove Smith's body from his room and recalled seeing a tank. The employee, who spoke on the condition he not be identified because of the sensitive nature of Smith's death, described the tank as being similar in size to a propane tank on a gas grill. He did not recall seeing a bag that Smith would have placed over his head. He said the coroner and police were there and that he didn't do a lot of looking around. When I got there and saw the tank, I thought, I've seen this before, and was able to put two and two together, the employee said. An autopsy was conducted, according to the death record. The Southern Minnesota Regional Medical Examiner's Office declined a Tribune request for the autopsy report and released limited information about Smith's death. A spokeswoman for AXA Equitable Life Insurance Co., a company listed in documents provided by police, had no immediate comment. The Final Exit Network, a Florida-based nonprofit, provides information and support to people who suffer from a terminal illness and want to kill themselves. Fran Schindler, a volunteer with the group, noted that the best-selling book Final Exit, written by Derek Humphrey in 1991 and revised several times since, explains in detail the helium gas method. Many people obtain that information from his book, Schindler said. It's a method that has been around for many years and is well known. According to figures from the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office, 172 people committed suicide by suffocation from January 2007 to date. Of those asphyxia deaths, 15 involved the use of a plastic bag over the head. It could not be determined how many also involved the use of helium, an odorless and tasteless gas, that is non-toxic. The helium does not have a direct effect. A bag over someone's head depletes the oxygen for the person and causes death, said Becky Schleicherman, spokeswoman for the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office. The addition of helium may displace the oxygen faster but does not have a direct effect on a person.